Rochell Bonds, and we are here to discuss our recommendations for Qualcomm. Along with me are my colleagues, Wande Brewer, Travis Ford, Lene Miles, and Jimmy Jagana. Today's agenda will consist of the expansion of our existing partnership with our automobile sector and interfacing our software into the logistics of our public transportation. As we communicate to you the importance on why our recommendations can recreate the scope of our business, you will then begin to recognize the view for a new business venture and to expand our global brand here at Qualcomm. I will now pass it along to my colleague, Travis Ford.
Hi, my name is Travis Ward. Our first recommendation would be to expand our existing partnerships with local automotive companies such as BMW and Audi. They utilize the Snapdragon technology to enhance the car experience. Our performance statement is evident that our Qualcomm will produce economies of scale, increase revenue by 30%, and decrease costs by 20%. Our second recommendation is that Qualcomm markets its technology to public transit centers. This recommendation will give potential buyers an insight on our Snapdragon technology. Users of public transportation to experience the technology of the Snapdragon. With these recommendations, Qualcomm's global carbon footprint would be further decreased.
Urban life is becoming ever more complex. With higher density living, a growing population, and ever-increasing transit options, managing our mobility is paramount. Here is the key to navigating the needs of the future in the cities of today. Sarah is a regular commuter living outside the city center. Her driving routes are perfectly calculated to minimize traffic and stress. And when the weather is right, she's got the perfect scenic bike route planned, thanks to the vast bike lane information available through the Here Location platform. Jason belongs to the 70% of people his age who don't own a car. Today he's heading across town to watch a game with his friends like he does almost every month. He could choose 1,000 ways to get there from a dozen modes of transit. Usually he takes a car sharing program and picks up his friends along the way. Since parking near the stadium might take longer than the actual game, they stop and jump on one of the city's fast and reliable subways for the last part of the trip. With real-time transit information, they can plan their journey down to the minute. The Parker family has just arrived for a long weekend. In their fully connected rental car, they explore the surrounding countryside. Later, they can drive around the city with the confidence of a local, even though it's their first time there. And if the city center is car-free like in more and more cities, changing their mode of transport is easy and enables them to see the city from a variety of perspectives. Here presents solutions to all future travelers today. The future of mobility, made personal, stress-free, and on demand.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Jagana, and I will be talking to you today about the external environment and industry. We believe we have a favorable external environment and industry to implement our recommendations. Using our innovative products, our procedures, and expertise, we believe using our strengths, we can offset our major weakness, which is the lack of knowledgeable technical support. Our industry is also categorized by high bargaining power of buyers, low bargaining power of suppliers, and low threats of new entrants. We believe these factors and more represent favorable conditions for our recommendations.
He hates slow, so he goes fast. Makes mobile gaming even more realistic. Insists on efficiency. And enables epic battery life. For him, extreme multitasking is all in a day's work, too. It's no wonder engineers dream of ways to harness his power.
For smartphones, Kevin.
Smartphones. Got it.
Make sure your next phone has a Snapdragon processor for the ultimate in speed, battery life, and 4G LTE performance.
My name is Brewer, and I'm going to talk a bit about resources and capabilities. The resources and capabilities that Qualcomm has are unmatched and one of the best of many IT companies that are in today's world. Qualcomm has a semi-monopoly on phone chips, meaning that they own and or create or lease phone chips in a majority of the phones that are in the cell phone industry. They actually have the standard of SIM card, which is usually found in your mobile phone device today. Or they lease out this technology to major phone companies like Apple and Samsung. All this great strategizing from the past gives them the power to rule. And what I mean by this is that it gives them the opportunity to basically play the field in whichever way they can with these strong relationships. Another one of the great things that we should look into is definitely how iPhones and Androids are not compatible. If Qualcomm were to look into a way where it could create devices that would bring the two together, that would be another great opportunity for Qualcomm as well. Think about the possibilities. We already are doing a great job with our cell phones. All we need to do is move to the cars, which is easy because we already have a leg up on one. Why not head to the other?
My name is and I'm going to discuss some of the financial goals and the strategies we plan to use to reach them, as well as how we plan to implement these strategies.
Increasing revenue is very important, but it's impossible to maximize revenue without decreasing our cost of revenue. So we plan as a company to employ the economies of scale with our Snapdragon chips to decrease our cost of revenue. As the demand increases for our chips because of the standardization of them in smart cars, our fixed assets will stay the same, lowering the total cost as we produce more. Our last goal is to increase research and development by more than 50% over the next 5 years. Although we will have a strategic partnership to forward our position within the smart car industry, we must still research other emerging markets in order to stay ahead of the competition. Thus, we will increase our research and development, spend each year to research how our Snapdragon chips may be expanded into other markets, especially because we plan to look into the public transportation industry to see if we can expand in technology in buses, trains, and eventually planes. Thank you.
So, in conclusion, we believe our recommendations, which consisted of the expansion of our existing partnerships within our auto sector and interfacing our software into the logistics of our public transportation, will continuously increase our revenue over the next 5 years, expand our global brand, and help us gain competitive advantage in the technology industry while creating economies of scale. Thank you.